If you love cars and bikes with a passion, then it's on this show that you get to know even more about them and test your automobile quotient. I'm Siddharth Vinayak Patankar. The Mahindra AQ Season 7 has gotten off to a brilliant start last week as we saw some really intense competition in our North Zone finals. Now we've got the teams from the qualifying that we had in the East Zone of the country, and they're raring to go, ready for a fight to the finish. The first team I have here is Ritvik Kundar and Prakhar Saini from the Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology. Our second team alongside them are Ashutosh Das and Vedanta Barua from Tezpur University in Tezpur, of course. We've got the two brothers. Anupam Chaudhary is from the Assam Grameen Bank and his brother Arunab from the Girijanand Chaudhary Institute of Management and Technology, Guwahati. Our last team, Niladri Chakraborty and Purbayan Roy from the Institute of Engineering and Management in Kolkata. Lots of rounds, lots of scoring opportunities. All the very best, and let's get started with our very first round. I'll be telling you three statements about a brand, a personality, or a product, and then you've got to tell me which statement of those three is incorrect or false or inaccurate. You get it on the very first try, it's 200 kilometers for the right answer. You get it on the second try, it's 100 kilometers. We'll start with KIIT. The topic here is Nissan, and your three statements are: the crossover hybrid X-Trail will be the first fully hybrid SUV in India. Nissan's plant with Renault in India is its smallest shared plant worldwide, and Nissan Brazil is one of the official sponsors of the Rio Olympic Games.
Third statement.
That's actually true. So you've got one more shot at this. Go ahead and tell me which of the other two is wrong.
The second one.
You're right. It's the largest shared plant. So that was a little googly there, and you're absolutely right. So 100 kilometers. And now a set of statements for Tezpur. I'm talking about Mr. Lewis Hamilton. The first statement: by the age of 10, Lewis Hamilton was crowned the youngest ever winner of the British Cadet Kart Championship. Fernando Alonso has been the only teammate who has beaten Hamilton over the course of an F1 campaign. And the third one, he has a cameo role in the sequel to the 2001 film Zoolander.
Second one?
Right answer, and on the first try, so 200 kilometers. Now it's the turn of the team from Guwahati. Adam, Carl, Mocha and Antara are different models from Buick. General Motors collaborated with LG for the production of the new 200-mile Chevrolet Bolt EV, and General Motors Technical Center in India is located in Bangalore. That's where it houses the design studio and engineering center as well.
Statement one.
And you're right, absolutely right, 200 kilometers, so good going. And we quickly move on then to the last such set, and this is for the boys from Kolkata. Ratan Tata is the topic for you, and Mr. Tata started his career in the Tata Group with Tata Motors on the production floor in Jamshedpur is the first statement. The second, after passing out from Harvard, he rejected a job offer from IBM. And then there is the third one. Mr. Tata co-piloted a Boeing F-18 and a Lockheed F-18 at the Aero India show in 2007.
I think it's the second.
That's actually true. That did happen. And so you've got another shot at this and two choices.
Number one.
You're right. 100 kilometers. Absolutely right. Very quick end to the first round, and so it means round two, the dashboard. We're going to switch the order around. This time we'll start with Kolkata. There will be 6 topics that will come up on this screen here. You have to look at them, see which one you like best, and then your questions will come based on that topic. I will ask you questions in case you don't get them right. We'll pass them down. On a direct, it's 200 kilometers for the right answer, and if I pass it and you get it right on a pass, it's 100 kilometers. We can begin then by looking at the 6 topics for you.
Concept cars.
Your question: the Racer and the Climber are 2 concept cars based on what existing car?
Renault Kwid.
The Renault Kwid is the right answer, 200. Your second question, again on concepts: what BMW G310R based concept did TVS show also at the Auto Expo? All right, I need an answer.
Pass.
You're passing down, and of course we go right across to Guwahati.
It was a TVS Akari, something like that.
Something like that doesn't really work on the show, so no, it goes across to Tezpur.
Akula 310
Is that the full name you think, or is there more to it?
is number 33.
It is the Akula, all right. So I'm going to give it to you. It's the 310 race spec. All right, and we go back to the screen and we go back to the grid.
Formula 1.
Your question. Which team recently signed on 16-year-old Russian Nikita Mazepin as a development driver?
Force India.
Force India is right. Absolutely right. Okay, and then you have another question. Who has been the youngest Formula 1 champion ever?
Vettel. Sebastian Vettel.
Sebastian Vettel is right. Okay, back to the grid, and now we've got 4 choices left for Tezpur to choose from.
Electric vehicles.
And your first question, recently which company bagged an order from the Uttar Pradesh government to supply 27,000 electric three-wheelers called Safar, and that's a contract worth 400 crore rupees, India's largest institutional order for electric vehicles?
Kinetic motors.
Is the right answer. All right, another question for you on electric vehicles. After the Model S and the Model X, what will Tesla's next model be?
D.
Model D.
No,
D,
that
D.
was from Ford long ago. Let's go across to KIIT.
It's Tesla 3.
Well, you're absolutely right. Of course, now it's your turn to pick.
Take the Ford Mustang.
And your question, the first one on the Mustang. In which country did Ford sell the Mustang as T5? Because the name Mustang was copyrighted by a small truck manufacturer in that country.
Japan.
No, that's not right. So we'll pass it down to Kolkata.
England.
Not England. Guwahati.
Australia.
Australia is not right either.
Spain.
Tezpur says Spain is not right too. Germany is right. Okay, and then we've got another question for you on Mustang. What generation of the Mustang is Ford launching in India?
The 7th generation.
Not right, so we'll pass it down.
6th generation.
6th generation, the answer came really quickly and it was right. It is 6th generation. Let's slip into a very short break. We'll come back with the scoreboard and plenty more quizzing. Welcome back. As promised, let's take a look at the scoreboard before we do anything else. KIIT starting things off with 200 kilometers. Next up is IEM with 400 kilometers. Tezpur with 500, and you've got that joint team from Guwahati on 600 kilometers. Our third round is something we called in-car entertainment. If you are regular viewers of the Car and Bike Show, this is familiar stuff. We always like to play some excerpts from the show. And then based on the clip that you see, I will ask you a question related to it. It's a buzzer round, folks, so you've got to keep your hands ready. It's 200 kilometers for the right answer, minus 200 for the wrong answer. Be patient. So the very first clip from CNB, let's watch it.
The Mojo feels stable at high straight line speeds with the ensuring solid grip and the chassis keeping things steady without vibrations.
The question. What tires does the Mahindra Mojo boast? Tezpur University with the buzzer, yes, what's the answer?
Pirelli.
It's the Pirelli tires that give it a little bit of a USP and also makes that ride quality so much better. So good pickup of points there, Tezpur. With that, we go to the second clip from the show.
It is the one big USP that Audi is touting on the new A6.
You heard the reference to a USP. What USP were we talking about for that new Audi A6? Yes, you got a buzzer from Guwahati.
The Matrix LED headlamps.
Matrix LED headlights is right, absolutely right. So, once again, 200 kilometers. Let's take a look at the third clip.
Both cars are based on Ford's all-new platform and share engines and styling.
The question, what's the name of Ford's small car platform? No, I saw some discussion, but nobody wants to venture a guess or risk losing 200 kilometers. The B572 platform is the right answer. If you had said B, I would have given it to you as well. The fourth clip from CNB.
To come and get to watch the finale of the Gixxer Cup here in Delhi is pretty special.
That's a motorcycle racer that you saw in that clip who recently visited India. Who is it? The buzzer from Tezpur
Kevin Smith.
is not right. Kevin Schwantz was the right answer. Let's take a look at the fifth clip now from the Car and Bike Show.
All three things have to come together: the infrastructure, the cars themselves, and then the educating of the younger generation. And it's right now between 5 and 14, but I think it should be extended a little more to about 21.
What is Shah Rukh Khan talking about in that clip?
Hyundai's
KIIT.
car safety program.
You got to give me a little bit more than that.
They are creating awareness about safety, road safety.
What I was looking for was the Safe Move traffic safety campaign from Hyundai. But you said all the right words, so I'm going to give it to you. That's the right answer. Right answer. He was talking about that as the brand ambassador of Hyundai. Of course, he's involved with it too. And it is on to the sixth clip from CNB.
This roadster is a replacement for the classic SLK and gets new engines, exterior and interior upgrades.
What a nice shoot location as well, and what a nice looking car. What car was that? It is KIIT once again with the buzzer.
Mercedes SL.
Mercedes SL is not right. It's the SLC. The SLK was replaced by the SLC. No harm, no foul. We have more from CNB now. The Chevrolet Trailblazer, the big, heavy and rugged SUV from the General Motors stable, will be launched in India in October. What was the variant of the Trailblazer launched in India? No buzzers, and if you watched that clip carefully, you would have had the answer. You saw the badging, it said 2.8 Duramax. It's the 2.8 diesel engine. That's all I wanted from you. And on to our last audiovisual for you.
The changes then are on the inside, and the biggest of them all is the Autobox. Automatics in SUVs are a good thing as they help you get away from your workout of changing gears and operating your left leg, which otherwise would never get any exercise.
The question for you, there was a slight delay in the launch of the automatic XUV because Mahindra wanted to get the gearbox right. Name the Japanese supplier from whom Mahindra... I won't complete that, but it doesn't seem to matter. Tezpur.
Aisin Saiki.
Aisin from Japan is right, absolutely right. Before we get started with the next round, I do have to unveil this car that we have on the set here, and to help me do that, our special guest tonight on the show is Mr. Arvind Matthew, who is the CEO of Mahindra Reva. Thank you for being here, and let's do this. And no prizes and no points, of course, for guessing that that is the TUV 300 from Mahindra, one of the most recent launches. Looking very nice in red here, and as it always goes on the show in the past, all of the boys here have had a chance to spend some time with these vehicles, also get to know them by going ahead and using their smartphones, any other access to information that they might have, asking questions as well of the Mahindra engineers present. The next round is called the boot. Now the scoring gets just a little bit complicated here. We're going to once again go back and start with KIIT. I come to you with a direct question. If you get it right, you have 200 kilometers. If you get it wrong, well, that's where the twist comes in. While I'm asking them that question, if any of the rest of the teams think they know the answer, hit your buzzer. But only if you're sure about it, because if you get it right, it is 200 kilometers. But if you get it wrong, you lose 200 kilometers as well. If there is no buzzer, we'll carry on passing things down, and it's 100 kilometers on the pass, no negative marking on a passed question. All right, so direct question then to KIIT. What is the marketing tagline of the TUV 300? No buzzers as well.
Pass.
Are you passing that to Tezpur?
Want to be tough.
Born to be tough, nice try, no. Guwahati? No answer. Kolkata?
Tough as a tank.
Tough as a tank, that's very close, but no. Tough is what tough does, and I'm surprised nobody knew that one. Doesn't matter, we've got the next direct question now for Tezpur. What is the design of the TUV 300 inspired from?
Battle tank.
Battle tank is right, so don't worry about that buzzer. And of course somebody said tank, so it was a nice little lead into that. The battle tank. Okay, direct question now for Guwahati. As per the ARAI, what's the mileage of the AMT version of the TUV 300?
23 kilometers per liter.
That's not right. The buzzer came right there.
18.09.
18.09 is not right either. So we'll carry on passing it down. KIIT,
21.
not 21. And finally, Tezpur.
23.8.
All right, everybody's in the 20s, and it's actually much lower than that. It's 17 kilometers per liter is the right answer there. And finally, we have the direct question now for the last team in this round. How many spokes does the alloy wheel pattern on the TUV 300 have?
Pass.
Passing it, you could have guessed a number anyway. KIIT,
8.
not 8. Tezpur,
10.
10, lots of guesses happening, but 10 is right, 10 is right. So you get those 100 kilometers, and that's a nice little pickup of points there. And what we're going to do is have a little bit of a twist here. I'm going to have a bit of a bonus question for you now. This is on the buzzer, so anybody can answer, but listen closely. You get 300 points, or 300 kilometers, I should say, for the right answer, but you still lose 200 since it's a buzzer. The bonus question on the TUV 300. The car has static bending headlamps. How does that work? Guwahati.
Okay, so the headlamps, there are two parts, okay?
All right.
There is the main headlamp and there is one at the corner. So as the driver turns in that direction, that corner light illuminates the darkness at that corner. Suppose he is turning towards the left.
You,
so the
you,
left
you said there is one at the corner. There's one what?
So there's a one auxiliary lamp at each corner of the headlamp.
Which comes on when the steering wheel turns in a particular direction. It's of course how always this technology works. And yes, the TUV has it too. And yes, that's 300 kilometers for you. We have to take a look at the scoreboard before we go into this very high-powered last round. East Zone, there you go, IEM with 200 kilometers. You've also got KIIT at 200 kilometers. Tezpur University way ahead at 1,000 kilometers. And you've got Guwahati, the brothers, on 1,100 kilometers. So very close as far as all these teams are concerned at two ends of the spectrum. However, we've seen this happen in the last episode as well. The last round, the bumper, could change everything. This is that action-packed buzzer round that we always like to end with a flourish on the show with. And it's very simple, 200 kilometers for the right answer. It is minus 100 for the wrong answer. There are lots of questions here, which means lots of scoring opportunities. Let's begin. Name the car brand which has the momentum and inscription variants on its cars.
Volvo.
KIIT.
Volvo.
Volvo cars, right answer. Please name the car company headquartered in Martorell, Spain. No answer. Seat is the right answer, the only Spanish car company. It was kind of a giveaway. India's first two-wheeler crossover scooter. KIIT.
Honda Navi.
Honda Navi, just launched at the Expo. Right answer again. Name the actor from Friends who's now a Top Gear host. Tezpur.
Matt LeBlanc. Matt LeBlanc from Friends, Joey.
Matt LeBlanc, Joey, yes, right answer. The CT100B is a new bike from Tezpur.
Bajaj.
Bajaj Auto, right answer again. Please name for me the recently announced brand ambassador for the high-end cars from Nissan in India. It's John Abraham. Now I want to know the name of General Motors' Chinese joint venture partner since 1998. KIIT.
Wuling.
Wuling, you say, and I'm going to give you that. It's SGMW, as it's called, which of course includes SAIC as well, but Wuling is right. So I'm going to give you that answer. In Mahindra cars, what does DIS stand for? DIS. No buzzers. Driver Information System. Name the Japanese manufacturer who makes the VMAX. KIIT.
Isuzu.
No, it's Yamaha. The subcompact SUV showcased by Tata Motors at the Auto Expo this year. Tezpur.
Nexon.
Nexon, right answer. Which team does Cal Crutchlow represent in MotoGP? Guwahati.
Mr. Yamaha.
No, it's LCR Honda. The new AMT-equipped Renault Duster carries what badge to signify AMT? It's the Easy R. H-Tron is a hydrogen-powered concept SUV from which brand? Tezpur.
Audi.
Audi, the Tron was the giveaway, of course. Yes, it is Audi. Connect is an audio and information system. I won't say any more. Yes, go Hari.
Tata.
From
Harman Kardon.
Honda. And finally, who was Gottlieb Daimler's lifelong business partner? Yes, KIT.
Benz.
No, that was his rival. The partner was Wilhelm Maybach. Maybach was his partner. Whew, lots happened in that round. KIT really pulled out all the stops there. Let's take a look at where things stand on our scoreboard. At 200 kilometers is IEM from Kolkata. KIT, a brave fight and quite a surge with 600 kilometers. Not good enough though. We had Guwahati at 900 kilometers, and taking this away in that last round, also adding to its tally, is Tezpur University with 1800. Arvind, Matthew, may I please request you to join me back up here as well?
It's outstanding. I think the show has been growing over the last 7 years, and I can only see it getting bigger and bigger in the future.
Valiant effort there from KIT, but eventually it was Tezpur University that gets its spot in that grand finale representing the East Zone. Who will join them from the West Zone? That's a question that gets answered on the program next week. Definitely tune in for that. For now, there's plenty coming up on the NDTV network. Do stay tuned.